Eli 5. In the days of muskets, why did armies march straight towards each other's fire? The answer: we like to think of muskets as guns, which makes sense because they are guns and would develop into a modern military doctrine centered around guns. However, at the time of musket formations, it actually makes more sense to view them as spears that occasionally shoot bits of metal very fast. If you have ever seen old-timey bayonets, they are very long, because being a spear was more the goal than being a gun. When you have an infantry line of musketmen, the reasons why you would want them in formation are the same as why you would want a formation of spearmen. Having large numbers of guys side by side increases volume of fire. Think a volley of arrows or a volley of spears being thrown. One guy probably isn't going to hit anything, but 100 guys throwing spears in a big block probably will hit something. Muskets aren't very accurate, but a big formation of muskets firing will probably get some type of advantage. What happens if enemies charge your position? Bayonet charges were very common because they worked. What's the best way to handle a bayonet charge? A nice line of spears. One guy with a spear probably isn't going to be able to handle much, but a bunch of guys with a spear that can protect each other is a much harder thing to handle. It also allows ranked fighting where the guys in the back of formation can still stab over and between the guys in the front, essentially making bayonet charges very difficult, without softening up the formation first, which is where the gun bit comes in. It's also important to remember that cavalry is still very dominant at this time. Cavalry breaking through your formations could absolutely turn battles. What's the best way to stop cavalry? A line of spears to stab the horses before they make it to the line. A group of dudes with a musket spread out will be easily flanked and torn apart piece by piece, but a formation makes that much harder. Finally, it just makes command structures significantly easier. How do you as a general command thousands of men in battle? The answer is you do NT. You break them up into formations, so you only have to worry about commanding a few dozen formations instead. If orders started to break down and formations started to get spread out, then commanders would usually lose the ability to effectively command. Follow this channel for more Santa Explains. And if you have any questions I should answer, just write them down in the comments.